Gary, congratulations. You don't seem that impressed with your own performance.
No, I think me and Dave were up there. I don't know. Like we said that, I don't know who's embarrassed, me winning or him losing. You know, after we played the night before, you know, chalk and cheese. You know, somebody said 100 average. I would never say that in a million years. You know, I thought last night I was about against Dirk. I reckon I was on about 108, 109. And today I thought I was on about 72. It's weird, it definitely is weird.
You did miss a few doubles, but even when you weren't feeling brilliant about your performance, the way you closed that out, because that could have got very, very messy, couldn't it?
I was expecting it. There was a few that, you know, I was in front, making a mess of it, making a mess of a check out. That bull, Dave, I think he took out a bull finish, 3 or 4 times on big finishes. Every time, one shot at the bull, and it went, and I went, oh, here we go. But, you know, it was just, didn't feel good at all.
Well, even though you came to the Winmau World Championship with no expectations, you're in your 5th final, Gary.
It's not bad, is it?
It isn't
It's
bad.
not bad at all. I'd have took that, if you had told me that last month, I would have probably choked you and said, didn't be daft. But you know, it's. I thought it was getting better. Well, tonight the average says it was good, but didn't feel it. You know, but a lot of loose darts, a lot of snatching, and we'll do that tomorrow. It's not looking good, but we'll get rid of that tonight.
The last sort of couple of years, Gary, when you've had problems with injury and all sorts of stuff, have you contemplated how much longer you're going to be playing this game?
I told you the other night, at least until I'm in my Zimmer frame.
I'm not sure I believe you, but doing this, potentially becoming world champion for a 3rd time, does that make you think I'm going to be playing this for a lot longer than perhaps even I thought?
I don't know, when I won it for the first time, it was great until everything you've got to do, and I vowed I'd never win it the second time, and I did. You know, I was glutton for punishment, but hey, listen, we're back at the alley pally, you know, all year. We've been stuck in sport halls, you know, the PDC's been out their way to get us back playing darts. They could have shut the doors on us and said, look, we've got nothing on now until the country sorts itself out or the world sorts itself out. And they've jumped through, well, I wouldn't say they've jumped through hoops, but they've been on the phone, sports ministers and everything getting us sorted out. We get tested, you know, so yeah, boys, thanks for the holiday. No, they've done well, you know. If the boys hadn't been playing darts, and a lot of youngsters, this is their job, so they could have been in a bit of sticky situation.
So what's it going to mean to you to step out on stage on Sunday night playing in the biggest game in this sport?
That'd be great. I'm going to have a joke now, right? Don't take this serious, but to have Wayne and Rod saying 3rd time world champion. Oh. That's a joke. Did I take it the wrong way? I'm having a joke with it. It would be great, you know. But no, listen, Gezzy's out there to win it. If he wins it, he goes to number 1. And if I win it, I think I'll get back outside the top 24.
Obviously, Gerwyn's played some incredible darts this season, won more titles than anybody else. You do have history, you two. Is that going to be a factor when you play?
I'm just going to go up there and try to play darts. You know, we've had the conversation now before, people saying that moan about slow players. It's nothing to do with slow players. It's a carry on in between. We've all watched darts and snooker, and you don't get it snooker, you don't get it golf. You know, just play darts, you know. If I get my backside scalped, fair dues, you know, well played. Just try to play the game.
What kind of a match are you anticipating against Gerwyn tomorrow night?
I'll be quiet, he'll be loud. Nah, he played well tonight, you know. I mean, he's nicked through. Usually that's a good sign when you nick a few of the matches. I've done it before. You know, there's the games that I should have been beaten, and I've nicked past it and I went on to win it. You know, and it's Gezzy's had the deciding leg. I've been quite fortunate it's not went that way, but tonight he played better.
£500,000 Sid Waddell Trophy and a 3rd world title. What's that going to mean for Gary Anthony's career if he achieves all those things Sunday night?
Would be great. Could I retire that night if I lifted it?
Well, that's part of the question.
Could I say, that's it, we're done? No, I can't do that. No. I made a promise the other night, I'm about for a long time. Give you lads a sore head, so unfortunately you're stuck with me for a while now.
Looking forward to it, Gary. Well played.
Thank you.
Gary, congratulations. When you first moved over from the BDO to the PDC, did you ever envisage you being 5 world finals?
I don't know, television was in black and white back then, was it not? It felt that long ago. I don't know, you know, I mean, I think it was Stefan Nagy Stephen Nag. I played the very first time, and I was hitting everything. Back then, I was hitting 34, 35, 36 averages. Even George Noble says, watch this boy play. I folded like a book, you know, absolute rotten. Every time I played on that stage, terrible. I don't know why, because I won the Gold Cup on that stage. Same stage, different backgrounds, you know, put on the embassy, absolutely rubbish.
Does this make you the best ever player to come out of Scotland as well? 5 finals, 2 or maybe 3 world titles?
Listen, I just play darts. I don't care who comes for Scotland, who's played darts for Scotland. I play for myself, nobody else. You know, I just come to play darts. Yes, I'm Scottish, and I'm proud to be Scottish. You know, you'll never take that out of me. You know, I've lived in England a long time, but you know, I know where my roots lie, and I'm one of the proud ones.
Game against Gezzy, you said obviously we know the history. Are you going to brace yourself for the big celebrations from him, just to give yourself that extra bit of time at the back of the hockey and let him get on with it?
Yeah, but if I can shut the games out quicker, they can't celebrate, can they? So that's one way of doing it. That's the plan anyway. It might not happen. It might not happen after tonight's performance. But listen, Gezzy wins it. He goes to number 1. You know, Michael's struggled this year. There's a lot of players. Your Michael Smiths, your Nathan's not done well there. I was expecting him to be far on in this tournament, you know, and it's not happened. But yeah, listen. Don't know how long I've been with PDC. 11, 12 years. 11 years. 5 finals. I've done all right.
And at the start of the year, everything was made about how much you were defending and what your world ranking was going to be. To end that year potentially back in the top 4, would that even surprise yourself?
It would have done, you know. I was out the Masters, and now they've told me that I'm in the Masters. I'm as sick as a pig. No, it's like I say, it's. But you've got to remember, everyone says I'm dropping down rankings, but for 4, 5 years, I've never done Europeans. Last year I missed 6 months of the tournaments. This year I've missed a lot of tournaments. So if you take over all the years that I've missed, I mean, how many Europeans is there a year? 13. What is there now? Is that what it is now? 13. So there's 13 tournaments a year that I'm missing on ranking points. You know, so I've stuck in the top 20 for a long time now without doing all the tournaments. So I think I've done all right. You know, these boys that do every tournament, every single weekend, every month, every year, and I'm still here, so I'm quite chuffed with that.
Gerry, pleasure as always, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you. No Phil.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have to ask you, you say you're here to play darts, like you've maintained and right the way through, as you always do. Since the Mensa match, no one's played any Ducks and Drakes at all? Devon and obviously...
You know what, I've said my piece, right? I've made it quite clear what I think, right? And there's still people getting it wrong, saying that I'm saying things about slow players. I ain't saying nothing about slow players. You call it gamesmanship, right? Now, in my head, I don't know if I'm stupid or not, could somebody explain to me what gamesmanship is? Anybody? What is gamesmanship?
I think that's not for here, shall we?
No, but I'm just asking, what does the word gamesmanship mean?
Trying
To put you off.
Right, so it's all right to mention gamesmanship, so that's allowed in games. See, I don't think so. A good gamesmanship is when somebody gets beat and goes up and goes, well done son, absolutely brilliant, on you go. Right, until we work out what this gamesmanship actually means, you know, I've got in my head what it means, but everyone else seems to think it's different. But I just want to play darts. You know, we've seen it with Joe Cullen and Michael. We've seen it with Michael with Chizzy last night. How exciting is it to watch when they're banging that dartboard left, right and centre? And there's no arguments or little toughs on stage. It's fantastic.
What I was going to come to is there a fear that Gerwyn could be the first person to do it since Mensa, that you've had that before? Would you worry that
I don't know. You might put words, I don't know. I'm going up to go and play. You know, I mean, Gerwyn can do what Gerwyn does. I'm going to do what I do. You know, and it's going to be that. You know, the player who hits the doubles at the end of each leg will win the tournament.
Is there some small part of you that's a bit sorry the fact that the Scottish pubs won't be full tomorrow night, or watching you? It would have been bouncing tomorrow night.
I don't know. We were talking about the other night, New Year's night. I was in my bed 9:30. I think I've been in my bed for 9 o'clock for the last 20 years. You know, I don't do New Year's night. It's would it sore head in the morning or a nice long lie? I'll take the long lie every day of the week.
Okay, congratulations, thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
Gary, just between now and the final, we throw many darts or we stay off the boards?
I'm going to get my suitcase out and bring my sleeping bag out and sleep on the stage. Practice all night? No, I'm going to my bed now. You know, it's 6 o'clock start tomorrow. 7:30. Oh, get an extra hour. No, go back to the hotel room, watch a bit of telly, get up in the morning, have a bit of walk about, and then get ready for tomorrow night.
Do you think the fact that you've been in this position twice before gives you a slight advantage?
Nah, it makes no advantage nowadays. All the boys can play darts, so no advantage. Gerwyn's won a good few tournaments this year, you know, and last year, so it's nothing new to him.
Cheers for your time.
Congratulations, Anderson.